knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the UCF Knights, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. NC State with the kickoff team. Feeling just about ready to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Knights offense takes the field. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the single back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Romero. Quick completion on the out route. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He might want another play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown, but the hit forces the incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So NC State's offense will have its first possession of the game. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Time to take a shot. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The Knights will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. On the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. High Trying to change now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. From midfield, looking for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Motion from the wideout. Got it behind the line. It's Need. Across the 25. He's got room. Touchdown, UCF! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the Jets, and he's gone.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run the counter. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Looking to pass, it's Wilkins. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out of the backfield, he's open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage, they've got it out to the 41 with a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Pitts. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Dickens. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. This time he's got it. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Snagged in the middle. It's Need. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I think quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
To the air, it's Romero. Here comes the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Quarterback making checks. Toss to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The give to the back. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Back to throw, it's Romero. Trying to find the end zone. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Back to pass. Makes the grab. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. NC State going up tempo. Back to pass on second down. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. There's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Romero. Pulls it in. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Knights will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so...
Turning it on! Touchdown, North Carolina State! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. They'll leave it with him. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Back to pass, it's Romero. Got his man. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets this...
Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Handoff to the single running back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Romero. Got his man on the outside. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Gets it to the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football.
Touchdown, Knights! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
He'll pull it on the read. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third. Off play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking for a man, it's Wilkins. Here's a heat. Makes a connection. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nowaski. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. He'll sneak it. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Now from inside the red zone. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
To the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll give it to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Romero. Finds his man. It's Need. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the game.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock.
There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UCF! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
That's reeled in. It's Dickens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air. It's Wilkins. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets away from one, finds room. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. A handoff, keep working on that clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Romero. Right on the money. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Knights! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Looking to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.